This is our most interesting review as of yet in 2024. We have tested the fastest shoe ever created by Altra, and in a couple of minutes, you'll know everything, from the incredible benefits to the perhaps harmful negatives of these old-school, non-plated racing flats. So, stick around and we will discover this model together. Before we do anything else though, we need to figure out the specs of this shoe to get an understanding of this very odd piece of footwear. The Altra Escalante Racer is a neutral shoe made for road running, weighing in at just 7.3 ounces or 208 grams with a stack height of only 19 millimeters at the heel, and as you may have guessed already, 19 millimeters of stack in the forefoot, resulting in the classic Altra midsole with 0 millimeters of drop. Altra employs its TPU-based Ego foam combined with Innerflex technology, which enhances the foam's natural flexing ability to better suit the feet. Nowadays, it seems everyone is promoting shoes with maxed out stacks and with as soft cushioning as humanly possible. A modernized fast shoe equals a very high stack, a carbon plate, and sometimes they are actually kinda heavy as well. I know many of you passionate runners out there have wondered what happened to speedy, lightweight racers with firm midsoles, close ground contact, and an outstandingly engaging experience. Altra just gave us an answer, but is the answer a good one, or is it a clear win for maximalist running shoes? Let's find out. So, what's really unique to other brands, but comes as a standard feature in Altra's lineups, is the wide toe box. Altra wants you to be able to run freely and not put your feet in danger of claustrophobia. This design goes into the run as you were born philosophy, which aims to make running as natural as possible by giving us that barefoot, minimalistic design. Then you may ask, why does every running shoe manufacturer create extremely high cushioned midsoles if you're supposed to run as you were born? Well, that is a debate for another video or videos. However, for now, cushioning is protective for your knees and lower back. Also, the usually higher drop protects your Achilles, hamstrings, and calves. But many professionals are suggesting that this is only a short-term solution because you don't actually build any strength in your muscles, and your weak areas will remain weak if they never get challenged, which is not ideal if you want to build athleticism. All of this brings us to the feeling of the Altra Escalante Racer, and there is a lot of feel, featuring a very thin midsole that aims to connect you with the ground rather than isolate you from it. This shoe feels almost invisible on your feet, particularly if you're accustomed to heavier shoes for your daily training sessions. The ultra light and thin midsole gives you a feeling of old school and pure speed. As I mentioned earlier, those seeking substantial cushioning might find this shoe unsuitable. However, fans of a more grounded and natural feel, where your feet and legs are truly working, will find the Escalante Racer to be exceptionally rewarding. We must remember that this shoe has barely 2 centimeters of separation between the feet and the ground. Therefore, it's definitely a shoe designed for those who prefer a firm feel underfoot. Opting for a softer, compliant midsole could lead to excessive compression with each stride, which would not be ideal. As the stack gets low and firm, contact with the ground increases, and so does its stability, offering a solid feeling for neutral runners and even those with mild pronation. A natural achievement without adding any unnecessary weight from materials such as plates, guide rails, or mixing with foam densities for increased stability. If you have learned anything new so far, it only costs $100 to subscribe to our channel. I'm just kidding. You can subscribe to our channel and be a part of our running community here on YouTube, and it won't cost you a single penny. To get weekly updates from exciting new running gear to life-changing tips to make running easier and much more enjoyable every single time. Now, unfortunately, the Escalante Racer lacks a gusset, allowing the tongue to move freely. Although the lockdown isn't bad at all, we believe that adding at least a semi-gusseted tongue would have been beneficial, especially since this shoe is designed for faster paces. We've figured out that the Escalante Racer is built for lightness, and the tongue is no exception. It is not excessively padded as many other shoes in this category, but it is not too thin either, so it's not razor sharp and scratchy. I would argue that this design balances minimalism with functionality perfectly. So, what's the verdict? Who should buy this shoe, and who should avoid the Altra Escalante Racer at all cost? If you're all about that minimalist life and want a shoe that keeps you close to the ground while still giving you that zippy response, are you a die-hard Altra fan? Well, here's something that'll make your runs smoother. The Escalante Racer is not just flexible, it's feather-light too. And for those who think less is more, especially when it comes to padding underfoot, these shoes strip it back to basics, but with all the benefits of modern shoe technology. Ready to feel every bit of your run, whether you're sprinting on track day or pushing the pace on your morning run, these shoes are your new best friend. Who might want to skip these? If your calves aren't exactly what you'd call gym buff and your feet aren't used to the flat, firm feel of zero drop shoes, the Altra Escalante Escalante Racer might not be your jam. These shoes don't coddle your feet with a lot of cushioning, so they can be a bit of a shock to the system for some. Planning to rack up some serious mileage? The Escalante Racer might leave you wanting more underfoot, especially for those daily long hauls. Congratulations! If you managed to watch this whole video, that means that your attention span is not completely ruined, or you just love running shoes as much as we do. If you are like me and love speedy trainers, but this one was maybe a bit too bold, this is probably more like it. I actually have this one in my rotation, and in this video, I will show you exactly why the Asics Nova Blast 4 is an absolute unit. Click here to find out more. I'll see you there.